Hey guys, Master of Extreme 93 with part 27 in XD Go Darkness. In the last episode, we just did some more trainer battles and cipher grunt battles. We're so close to getting into the Inside of Dark Island. In this episode, joining me today is my good friend.
Hey guys, this is SyracuvatTenlii.
Yeah, I told people at the very beginning of City Dark Island that this place was going to be a clusterfuck of trainer battles. Like, really. And it's still, I think we're like halfway done. That's the sad part.
I only vaguely remember this game, and I do remember City Dark Isle was pretty, loaded.
Loaded would be taken in very lightly. I mean, you better hope also, like, you really gotta make sure your Pokemon are at least level 40 by this point, because otherwise you're in trouble.
Yeah, the thing is, with the strategy to this game, is that, like, I don't know if you can, like, the strategy to these kinds of games isn't quite the same as other ones, because in most main games, you can pick, you can, like, have an idea of what 6 Pokemon you're going to be training for the most part, whereas in this one, there's, also the importance of training other Pokemon that may not necessarily be in your final party, but you still need to purify and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, do you pick six of them to just train them together, or do you rotate out? I'm not sure.
I understand, yeah. I believe this game actually has a very unique approach in that aspect, which is why I've always wanted a sequel to this type of style of Pokemon game, preferably for the Wii U or something like that. But I haven't heard nothing about, like, no actual, sequel coming out, and I would love a sequel because I love this game.
Well, they really ought to have some sort of console game for Gen 5, because they've had a console game for every version, no matter of what kind. That's what I'm thinking they need to have at the very least.
Definitely. So, God, like, this battle right now against this Cypher Peon, the thing about these Cypher Peons is that, like, you'll fight maybe a couple of grunts with, like, mid to high 30s, and then suddenly you have a Cypher Peon and they'll have, like, level 40s, and so that's kind of throws me off a little bit. Yeah,
the levels are erratic. Yeah, I don't remember too much about this game, but I think I do remember that sort of stuff. Like, there's this one random mindfuck.
Alright, so we got a Shadow Pokemon right here. It's a Hitmonchan. I've got no desire to catch this because it's a bad Pokemon in general.
Okay, well, it's a Shadow Pokemon, right?
Yeah, it's a Shadow Hitmonchan,
so you're forced to, are you still forced to catch it, or are you just only going to catch certain ones?
I have no requirement to catch certain Shadow Pokemon, with the exception of the very first Shadow Pokemon in the very beginning of the game, Teddiursa. That is required to capture. Other than that, all Shadow Pokemon are optional.
Okay, sorry. Let me put it a different. Okay, so let me put it a different way. Are you planning on catching all the Shadow Pokemon, or is that just not for you?
I'm not playing this game to get, like, 100% like completion. No. I'm playing through this game from beginning to end. I'm not going to catch every Shadow Pokemon along the way.
I tend to play these whenever I play these kinds of games. I tend to I'll make it a point to catch every single Shadow Pokemon I see, regardless of how good or bad it is. Of course, if it's a bad Pokemon, I will never I will never look in its direction again. I just stick it in the computer, but I still catch it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the basis of the game, so I can understand wanting to do that. I just believe, though, going out of your way to capture every single one, it goes against you, because if you spend time trying to catch every single Shadow Pokemon you come across, at this point in the game, you're probably going to be vastly underleveled.
That is a major issue.
With the exception if you were to do grinding in Mountain Battle, but I would not want to waste my time doing that for, like, 5 hours.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, what the best strategy is for Pokemon Colosseum, and I haven't been able to play it lately because my Wii's disc reader is still broken, and even if it weren't broken, my brother has my memory card. Fuck.
Damn. That sucks. And so, yeah, I believe this is the first time I've actually been able to narrate in a video for, like, the first, time in, like, I don't know, a week.
Yeah, at least I try to keep the conversation relevant.
I understand. I mean, I've got so many...
What was it, episode 5?
I know. I've got so many commentators who like to comment, and then it goes so off topic so quickly. I mean, it's no fault of their own, but...
all I can think is you better not have multiple co-commentators in one episode very often anymore, because
That's just asking for it.
You want another episode that just starts off with me yelling out, "I ever heard that came out of Luigi's mouth."
And you know, speaking of Luigi, he doesn't even co-com with me hardly at all anymore. It's like he just spends all his time. He spends all his time playing Call of Duty.
Damn it.
But you know, that's his prerogative. Oh, and by the way, that one person who I was worried about becoming a brony turns out he is not.
You see?
I got worried over nothing.
There was nothing to worry about. God.
I got worried. Like that's like a legitimate crisis for me.
Look, not everybody who watches My Little Pony and says that it's an okay show becomes a flat-out brony. Case in point, freaking me!
Okay, God, don't like cut my head off. I'm just saying, I just like was. I mean, I wouldn't be so worried if it wasn't for the fact that. I would not be so worried if it wasn't for the fact that he was like a really good friend of mine, or he is still a friend of mine. I mean, let me just say his name, Lethal. Okay, if you're listening to this, Lethal, yeah, I was worried about you, and I told Syra that I was worried about you. I thought he was going to become one.
There was nothing to worry about, Lethal.
I'm just paranoid, okay?
I know, that happens to me a lot too.
Speaking of paranoid,
I love how after we said, hey, this is the first episode, that we actually stayed on track for the first 5 minutes, and then, oh crap, where did we go?
Exactly. We've just got another Cypher Peon battle right now, and not much to really talk about.
Okay. Maybe we should actually comment on things about certain Pokemon that we see in the next battle, okay? Let's go for that. Let's see if we can try to get it at least get this episode at least somewhat relevant throughout the whole video.
Well, in the last battle we had a Shadow Hitmonchan, so you can guess that this time
we already discussed Hitmonchan's just not one of those Pokemon that you really want.
You can have the safe assumption that this next battle, since they're back to back, you don't have a chance to recover after the first one. You have a Shadow Hitmonlee right now.
Okay, yeah, but I suppose, well, in a game that is centered around double battles, you could probably come up with a couple good strategies involving Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan working together, but those only work up to a certain point. I mean, like, you can come up with double battle strategies, but they only work as long as both Pokemon are on the field. You use one move like Roar or Whirlwind to get one of the Pokemon off there, that derails the whole strategy.
And not to mention, this is third gen, keep in mind, so Hitmonchan is rendered completely useless with the elemental punches because they are registered as a special attack and not physical.
Yeah, and at least it got better. A little bit better in Gen 4.
Yeah, but third gen and lower, Hitmonchan is just a dull Pokemon in general. Oh, and let me just say something because this is kind of funny. I know it's off topic, but I can't help myself. There's this one guy. We go far back on YouTube and on a Zat chat. You don't know him probably, but his name is Marcelo, and he just entered a comment on my channel my channel comments today, and it was just pretty much trolling me. He called me a pedophile for some reason. It was just calling me a dick sucker and stuff like that. And it's funny because I haven't said 2 words to the guy in like a month, and he just randomly decides to pop up again and start trolling me when I have not said anything to him lately.
Nice.
And of course I just blocked him. I've responded to him on my channel comments because I couldn't go to his channel and respond because he blocked me like a pussy.
Nice.
I responded to him on my channel comments because I couldn't respond to him directly on his channel.
But now he's not even going to see it.
I don't care though. I mean, by the way, this is like the 5th account he's had, so because all his other accounts keeps getting terminated and stuff, so I don't care.
Well, that's random.
I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why, but I've got trolls who like to mess with me on YouTube, and fine, good for them. You're a troll. You suck.
Man, it's reached the point in YouTube popularity where you have trolls. I have not reached that point quite yet.
Hey, I had trolls before I was a partner.
I do, although I kind of do because when I do, I'll actually have some YouTube popularity. But yeah,
I had trolls like back when I was first starting out on YouTube. Not like 2007, but like when I was first making videos. Like the very instant I did like my first LP, I had trolls after me. I don't know why, but I guess I'm just troll bait for some reason.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm so outgoing and I'm so like in your face when I'm dealing with trolls. Like I'm not going to cower
I am
and just
so
like
next then.
I'm not going to just block them and pretend they don't exist. I will troll back. Like seriously, I've got that ability.
I don't. I don't troll people back.
I mean, hey, I'm not like a mean person. I'm just saying, you troll me, I will troll you.
I honestly, yeah. I mean, you are. I know you're not a mean guy, but I know you're capable of things like that. I'm not even that far. Like, I can't do I honestly can't bring myself to do or say certain things.
I like to call it troll self-defense.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, pretty much. Right now, we finally got done with those 2 Cypher Peon battles, and now we're going to have another battle. Isn't that just great?
How many episodes has this been going to the dark?
I believe since 24 or 25. So this would be like the 3rd or 4th, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It's not terrible, but I mean, we're like only halfway done.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just so happy that I'm finally at the end of this game because I'm really excited to get started on Super Mario RPG.
Oh my god, I'm really looking forward to that because then I'll actually be able to know what you're talking about when I ask you what's going on. And hell, I could play along with you.
You've got it on your Wii?
I so have it on my Wii.
Dude, we should do like a co-op LP or something for it.
Dude, that would be freaking amazing.
I think that'd be a good idea. Actually, I've never done a co-op LP before.
Now, what would we do then? The problem is I don't have a capture card, and I probably don't plan on getting a capture card until August.
That'll be a problem because I would probably be starting as soon as I finish this
how about,
game.
you know, we should just try it like. Would you be able to live commentate?
I cannot pretty much do any type of live commentary with my Dazzle because I have to use the external laptop microphone I have to capture the audio coming from my television, which means if I was to try to live narrate, that audio from the TV combined with my voice talking, it would just mess everything up.
Well, I've got. Yeah, I can capture unless I were to get a Super Nintendo emulator of sorts. That maybe.
Oh no! Does your computer have good enough specs for that?
I would hope so.
I mean, my computer, it's Windows 7 and stuff, but I can't even run a DS emulator on this thing. It's pretty bad.
Oh, I can run a couple emulators on there. I'm not too. I mean, it's not like emulators don't work. The one emulator that I once tried and failed at was the Dolphin, but that's like GameCube. That's hardcore emulation.
The only emulator that I'm able to run, and that's if I have like the perfect frame rate, is Visual Boy Advance. That's pretty sad.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I can do, I've done Visual Boy Advance a couple times before. I did, my Crash Bandicoot 3 LP, as I've mentioned a couple times in the episodes. I'm using EPSXE. Although I am, the reason that there have been some freeze-ups is because there's an actual disc in the computer. And yeah, the computer does read legitimate PS1 discs, which I found kind of surprising. But the problem is sometimes the computer has to start reading the disc for whatever reason in the middle of a level, so the game will just like freeze it for a couple seconds while it loads up or whatever. But yeah, I think I could pull off an SNES emulator. Then probably we just both capture we could probably just both capture uncommentaried
I know what you mean.
Yeah, uncommentaried footage of it, and you know, like we're both planning to get to a certain area and then do that co-op LP. The only problem is like it's 2 screens of the same footage, only it's not a race.
Yeah. I actually already did a test recording of Part 1 for Super Mario RPG, and it came out surprisingly good. Even with widescreen, it's not as blurry as I thought it was going to be, and the audio picks up very nicely. It's kind of loud, but I can always lower that in Camtasia. As long as the audio is not skipping or out of pitch, it looks like it's going to be a great LP.
Yeah, okay. If you want to give that whole co-op LP thing a try, go ahead. We could go ahead and talk about that after this co-com's over.
Alright, so we got a red chest over here, and we get 3 rare candies. That's a very nice pickup. And wouldn't you know that on our way back we have another battle.
Oh, lovely. Wait, on your way back?
There was like this spiral
Just going-
pathway.
Oh, and there are people that will be there on your way back. Or maybe
Yeah.
I'm just not picturing this right. Whatever.
There was a spiral pathway that we reached the center. There was a red chest full of red candies, and then when you walk backwards out of the spiral, a Cypher peon will jump out of nowhere, and we have to battle.
You know what I've come to the conclusion I've come to that I probably should have come to this conclusion a while ago, but I still just came to it. Search engines, news centers on search engines don't know how to internet.
Yeah. They really don't.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the headlines on there. It's like, especially entertainment. It's like, why does anyone care?
It's especially bad on Yahoo's homepage.
Yahoo. Right now, I'm just looking at my parents' computer because they're hooked up with a CenturyLink.
On Yahoo's homepage, you can go to almost any category, and they will just have the most irrelevant articles. And when you click on an article, most of the time, grammatical errors, every time.
Nice.
And they're supposed to be professional, you know. And then they have, oh wait, you can point out this mistake, this mistake, this mistake, and then people point it out in the comments, and then the article, you know,
it's the
people.
Fox News of the internet.
Exactly. People point it out in the comments, and then
I'm a
they
Republican.
delete.
I'm a Republican. I can't stand Fox News.
They will get rid of the comments, fix the error, and make it look like nothing happened.
Yep.
They're a bunch of Nazis.
Okay, that's a way to put it.
They're the anti-grammar Nazis. They're the reverse. They're the reverse
wait,
grammar
wait.
Nazis.
Does that mean they're Naziing the grammar Nazis?
Yeah, that's actually what they're doing. They're Naziing the grammar Nazis.
Okay, how much time is left in the recording? My mom just got here.
I should put that as the video title. Naziing the grammar Nazis.
Naziing. Perfect. Okay, how much left is in the recording?
Like a minute.
Okay, I may have overstayed my time here, so in case I have to just suddenly stop talking, I'm SyracuvatTenlii. It's been nice to be here. I'm signing out, sort of.
Yeah, well, the good thing is that this is the last battle for the video, and we're wrapping this up. Ironically, this is the first time in the video, not in the video, but first time in the LP, that I'm actually in danger of, having both of my Pokemon, faint, so I have to, recover constantly with, Hyper Potion. Okay, so the good thing, though, is that I just have to use Thunder Punch on this Crobat that should KO it with my Magmar. And I know it's kind of stupid to have a new team member this late into the LP, but I had to get a 5th Pokemon. More so, I needed to get a Fire type, so I had to pick up this Magmar while I was on Sigil Island. The good thing about Magmar I've noticed is that it's fast and it's got a good special attack with a decent move pool. Bad part is that it's got a pretty bad HP stat and its overall physical defense is atrocious. So if there's any Pokemon I'm facing that has decent, even just ordinary physical attack, I pretty much have to use recovery items. Alright, so that's it for this battle though, that's the good part. And I'm just going to stop right here for the video and save because I've got nothing else to do. We're going to advance more onto Dark Island in the next episode. I don't know what lies ahead, but all I know is that it's going to involve battles. This is Mock signing out. I'll see you guys later.